What's going on? Oh, I can't hear you.
There we go. How's that, been?
There it is.
Perfect. How you doing, man?
Not too bad, man. Tired, not gonna lie. Training hard lately, man. Frig.
Well, fuck, that's the life. I've been chatting with a few guys, and yeah, even obviously it's not just this, it's work as well, it's family as well. So
Busy times.
yeah, a lot more than people realize. It's not just your own free time to be in the gym. So it takes
No.
yeah, I appreciate you hopping on, man. How you been?
Yeah, no.
How was the summer for you? I know you were busy with your job, I saw,
Ho-
but I saw a couple of fights.
Honestly, yeah, like fight wise, things were good, One win, one loss. Yeah. The loss was very controversial,
Hmm.
It was definitely a weird experience, that one. But moving forward, just dust it off, keep going. Um, I own two businesses, so this summer's just been absolutely hectic.
Mm,
I've been so busy just grinding, right? Open up a second one this year, so it's just
nice.
like my plate is full. Got married,
Fuck
so
yeah, congrats, bro.
yeah, thank you. Thank you. Um, yeah, no, life is good, man, honestly. I'm ready to just hop back in there and keep it moving with the fight game though.
How old are you, Alex, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 30.
Yeah, okay. That's well I mean like this is the timing of this is incredible too. The tournament, I mean, seeing you at the Rise of the Warrior Road to Muay Thai World Cup show, seeing WKA, seeing just the growth as well, and then boom, this kind of like how'd you get the call exactly for this tournament?
Honestly, man, the promoter there, Michael, he just kind of, I saw him post something. I just kind of sent him those eyes emojis,
Yeah.
like what's going on. And then he just basically said, talk to Crew, which is my coach, Crew Crawley, And so we talked about it and yeah, definitely about it. You know, those 4 ounce gloves have my attention, definitely. I've never fought with 4 ounce gloves on before. Um, I feel like I have a decent amount of power with the tens on, so
Mhm.
we'll see how it plays out with the fours, and then elbows, no elbow pads, sanctioned violence, man.
The style work fits you perfectly, man. And yeah,
I'm
one
super excited. Yeah,
it's 135, right?
yeah, 135. So like normally I fight at 139.9. I fought at 147. I fought at 143.
Hmm.
Um, that last fight that I had, this one that just passed, was against Hemi.
Yeah.
Formidable opponent. He was really good. And
Dude, that was fucking bananas, by the way.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
a crazy fight, man. I'm
yeah,
not gonna lie, crazy fight. Different rules than Muay Thai, I guess can't pull the head down and
yeah.
certain things, that are different. But yeah, that was a wicked fight, man. That was a
That was
wicked fight.
bananas. That was your finish over him when he right against the ropes, yeah?
Actually, so in that fight, like I dropped Teamy a couple times with those knees. The last time I guess they called a point off of me, like the water ball was thrown into the ring, like there was a lot of commotion.
Oh, okay.
And then we continued on and fought 2 rounds. And in the fifth round, with like 40 seconds left, he caught me clean.
Oh,
I
okay,
haven't been
okay.
in the championship rounds before.
Yeah.
Um, Hell of a fight. I was pretty choked. So on that fight, this is the thing too, right? So I fight normally at 139.9
Hmm.
or heavier, you know what I mean? So I cut down. I fought at nationals. I guess I had three fights this year. Yeah, so I fought at nationals 6 days before that fight with Himi. I won the belt there at 139.9. Had a dinner after, felt good, like you're gonna have a little dinner with the family and stuff
Of
after.
course.
Um, so I bounced up to about, I want to say 147. On the Tuesday, I woke up at 147. Um, I cut down to 132 by Saturday morning. Right. So, and that's a big cut. I've never fought at 132. Um, it was definitely an eye opener. It was nice to know that I can get down there.
Hmm.
The last couple pounds were hard. I'm not gonna lie. I might have reached out to Michael and said, "Hey, can we just meet in the middle here at 135?" And he was like, "Nope, come on down to 132 if you're gonna fight my boy." So I made the cut. It was grueling, man. It was really grueling, but I got it done. And then that's like amateur fighting, right? So you're fighting the same night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I had like 4 hours to bounce back off of that cut. So it was a tough one, but it's nice to know like I got down to 132, so 135 is gonna be light work. And then I
And
get
then
a
put on
whole
a
night.
show too.
Yeah, yeah. So I get a whole night to rejuvenate, eat, drink, get my weight back on, and then the next night it's go time, right? So I'm pretty
Incredible.
excited for this one.
So these are the semis.
These are the quarterfinals. So there's different people are at different tiers on this one. So they're hosting these events, right? So my tournament is the quarterfinals, and
Okay.
then there's some guys that are on to the semifinals, like
Okay.
Victor.
I spoke with
Yeah,
Gary Mack today, actually. Yeah, he's on semis. You guys are doing that 8-man tournament, so two different styles.
two different styles. Yeah,
Cool,
yeah.
cool.
I can't
Must be.
remember if his fight 4 ounce too. I'm not sure.
I believe it is 4 ounce. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I have a feeling once I go four, I'm not gonna want to go back
Oh God, no. Yeah.
because this is different, right? So
Yeah, you got that forward pressure style, kind of like a more speedier Cody Jerome. Like Cody's a bull, but like when you're down at like that weight, the speed is there too. Like the speed is nasty down there.
yeah,
Did you
yeah. And
fight
I know a lot.
Bashar at one point?
I haven't fought Bashar.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll see each other at some point in the tournament. Won't touch base on that too much.
Yeah.
He always got some skill. The
Mm-hmm.
kid's coming up,
Mm-hmm.
working hard, and I appreciate hard work. So honestly, everyone in this tournament are we're all go-getters. It's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
be a crazy tournament, man. It's gonna be a really good one. So I don't care who I fight. I don't know who I'm fighting. I'm down to fight any of them. Um, I'm kind of excited to find out who I'm fighting, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest. Um, and yeah, like my crew's backing me. Crew Crawley, his record and his
OG. OG.
yeah, he's an OG man. So he's supported me full on this, and we're training hard. And I just went out west. My younger brother is a pro MMA fighter. I'm not
Oh
sure if you
nice.
knew that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, yeah. So he's 4-1. He just won a welterweight title in Calgary.
Nice.
2 Saturdays ago now. Actually, I flew out there.
Which
I
show?
trained at it was Absolute MMA.
Oh yeah.
It was,
Yeah, I know
he,
them. Well, I haven't spoke with them, but I know of them, yeah.
yeah, so he trains at Champions Creed there. So I went there. I was there for a week. We put in some work with the boys there, the pros there. Like there's some serious cats in that gym, like guys that are 8-0, 4-0 and unified, like some serious dogs. So younger bro, he's 25, he's 4-1 now. Um in his pro record, all four wins or finishes. His only loss was against a guy. It was his first fight. He fought at 185
Hmm.
instead of cutting down. He just kind of walked in at walking weight.
Okay.
It's not like amateur, that pro
Yeah.
level is a different level. You can't really be doing that. And he fought an Olympic gold medalist wrestler.
Fuck.
And basically up, down, up, down, up, down. He just kept getting pulled to the ground, pulled to the ground. And don't get me wrong, the guy he fought was really, really good. I can't remember his name exactly. But I remember the last 30 seconds, my brother threw a flying knee. He broke Buddy's face, like his upper head in like three
Oh
spots. But
shit.
because he didn't hit his jaw, he didn't get the knockout, but he just grabbed his legs and got through the last 20 seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I watched that fight, like I've only missed one of my brother's fights, and I watched the one I missed. I watched I paid for the pay-per-view,
Mhm.
but when I saw that fight, I just knew like he's gonna go. Like my brother's gonna go places. Like
Oh
he's
yeah.
making big waves. So the last fight was against a champion from New York, and he finished the guy in like 3 minutes into the first round. The fight before that, he finished the guy 32 seconds into the first round.
Well, dude,
He's
I mean,
seriously
24, 25 years old, 24,
25. Yeah, 25.
25,
Yeah.
4-1. That's, Muhammad Ado just fought on Unified, or he just fought on Contender Series. He's now 4-1. Those records at that age, they get called upon a lot,
Oh,
sometimes short notice. So
yeah. He's had some pretty serious offers. I'm not gonna say too much in the podcast, but
mhm.
I'm excited for his future, man. It's in the blood. We
That's
love
exciting, man.
we have, I'd say we had a little bit of anger issues, so we kind of funneled it into the
Yeah.
right source, right? So, like I said, it's sanctioned violence. and keeps me calm when I'm outside of the ring. So it's nice to just get in there, unleash everything that I have pent up for the last 5 months or 4 months or however long before my last fight, and walk out fresh, man. Like you just walk out feeling like you put everything out into the all that negative energy into the ring, and you just walk out feeling so much better.
Crawley is really good for that too. He seems like he's the one out of everyone to be kind of helping guys harness that as well.
Oh,
Get to a
100%.
fight properly, yeah.
He's awesome. I consider him like one of my close brothers,
Mhm.
um we kind of are similar in a lot of ways, we're
Mhm.
different still, but similar in some ways. And he's just kind of guiding me in the right direction, fixing the mistakes that I need to fix. I'm pretty sure he's just excited as I am to see me in the 4 ounce gloves.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, I believe you saw the fight against my first fight this year was against
That was
Evan
Rise.
Freder. Yeah, on the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
rise.
That was Rise.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was there for
yeah,
sure. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
madness.
Second round, lifted him right off his feet, and
That's
then
right. That's right.
yeah,
I remember I posted that. That was disgusting.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it was crazy, man.
yeah,
So this year I'm kind of just feeling my groove. Like the last I fought. So my record isn't pretty. Like, don't get
yeah.
me wrong. You know what I mean? But I fought. I'm not one of these fighters that ducks any fight. Like, let's just say, for instance, I flew to Brazil to fight in the Pan Ams. Um, I was like eight fights into my career, and then they're like, "Oh, you want to go?" There's two classes, right? Open, and then the one that's 10 and under.
Okay.
And I was like, well, there was more people in the open one. I was like, okay, like let's just do the open one. Like I'm always pushing my body and myself to my limits. I want to test myself every single time. Like if I come up short sometimes, I'm okay with that because
Yeah, yeah.
that's how you grow. When you're going 22 and 0 and 22 and 1 and you're selecting your fights, you're not fighting bad boys. Once you fight a bad boy, man, it's an eye opener. You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? And the guy that I fought in Brazil there, he had like 100 fights, 10-time champion, like this and that. Like he's doing big things right now,
Mm.
And we went to the third round, like 10 seconds left in the third round, So like I fought Bubba Bacard. He's a pretty bad boy girl coming up,
Yeah.
in his
Yeah,
MMA,
he
he's pro
is.
MMA now. So these are cats that I was fighting at 7, 8, 9 fights. They had 40, 50, 60 fights. No one's gonna fight them, you know what I mean? But
Dude.
I'm ready for anything, And this year I'm dialed in. I just I feel like the people around you play a certain role, like your mindset, everything is so important in this game. Physical attributes only go so far. You need to be
Mhm.
mentally strong, you need to be at peace. And like my wife, she supports me so much. You know what I mean? Like I'm working, training, go to work and train in Scarborough. I live in Innisfil. So I get home, I leave at 4 in the morning. She'll see me for like 10 minutes while I grab my gear and rinse off my nasty from work
Yeah.
out the door. And I'm coming back, to like a nice meal, healthy meal. And like she's waking up in the mornings before I go to work, cooking me a nice, healthy meal, like
Nice, man.
just my lifestyle is so at peace that I feel like people are going to see a different me coming up. Like I feel all around different.
It's
Everything's
yeah,
just coming along,
that
so.
all the mental space is into training then, right? When you can just kind of come home and relax and just let it go, then that's the best part. So
Yeah, I'm just dialed, man. I'm just super dialed, super focused. I'm out here trying to do some big things for my family, for my son, for her. And to me, like, I'm not even, a lot of guys are like, they're like, ooh, 100,000. Like, I don't care about the money.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love the sport. I
yeah.
love the violence. I love the sport. Like, I always told myself I'm gonna do like a bit of pro. I never knew if I was gonna go all the way or what. I just love the sport. I'm riding the wave till the wheels fall off kind of thing. You know what I mean? So it's different for me. I'm not in it for a career for the financial benefits. I'm in it because I love Muay Thai,
That
and I just
that's perfect, man. That relieves the pressure too of you have to win this to make the money, like you have established business, you have, life already kind of sorted. But just the fact that you've kind of done this and it's kind of come in naturally, and then you got the opportunity, and this is here. That's kind of the perfect way to do it, honestly, doing it for the love. And I've said this before in interviews too, but it's like Adesanya always says he does his best when he's having fun. And it's like if you love the sport, you have fun with it, then boom, you're set.
That's just it, man. Winning and losing, there's no losing. There's learning. So like I don't even look at it that way. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, to look into the mirror for a couple of days after, like what? Like what? But then after that, you just watch the videos, focus up, keep training, and then like this year, I've been doing big things this year already. So I'm just gonna keep that wave rolling, honestly.
Fuck yeah,
So
man.
that's the plan. Um, Super excited. I got a lot of people that I can train with that are helping me out, high level striking and stuff that couple benefits of that I don't think other people actually have access to, which is nice,
Hmm.
because I have to bounce around. I can't just stick doing one thing because I'm so busy that I might miss a 7 o'clock class.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I need to
Mhm.
be able to go train. So I'm training with my boy Serge. He's the three-time national champ. He's fought in Thailand around the same weight, the 139.9 as me
Okay.
when I was fighting. And he trains at 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m. in his home gym. So I can get up then, go there before work, you know what I mean? Before I even have the crazy day, and I can
Yeah.
just smash with him. And it's so nice. Like in the morning, it's just you feel so good, and then your day's energized, and then I can go work, and then if I feel good, and then I can go drive to Scarborough, hit a second session at night. You know what I mean? So
Damn,
just
dude.
all the dots are aligning, honestly. Like cardio's good, feeling strong. I got some really good tips from my younger brother for the cutting and for the regaining of weight and whatnot,
Nice.
So yeah,
Fuck, man.
feel
That's
pretty good.
perfect.
Yeah.
That's so those
Yeah.
4 a.m. sessions, that's nuts too, especially if you're gonna do a two a day, but that's what it takes for one, man. There's some killers at that weight too. So the speed, the power, the oh, it's nasty. It's
It's
absolutely
gonna be crazy, yeah. And then like you said, 135 is quick, and there's still that power for the knockouts and
Mhm.
like the elbows and the way I look at it is if I'm not preparing myself like I'm going to war, then like I could get hurt in there. And I have a family, I have my son, I have my wife, I gotta take care of them, you know what I mean? So getting injured or losing really isn't an option. Like
Mhm.
I have to stay focused, So
Fuck
4 a.m.
yeah.
session doesn't really feel that bad when you look at the grand scheme of things,
Yeah, that's
you
true,
know.
man. That's
So
perfect. That's
yeah,
We got Max Holloway coming up here against Ilya Tapuria. What are you thinking on that?
I gotta go with my boy Max, man.
Yeah,
I'm a
me too.
huge fan. I've always been a fan, blessed. Um, I've been to a few of his fights live.
No
And
shit. Yeah.
his last fight with Goliath, like that way that finished,
Yeah.
that was crazy,
Dude.
There's not many guys that can point to the octagon like that and then just finish someone that's basically as high level and striking as he is, you know what I mean? So
It was probably the greatest knockout of all time for me, honestly, just because of
yeah,
the power of Justin Gaethje, and then he didn't have to do that whatsoever. He was already up.
yeah,
Everyone else would have just kind of rode the wave. Uh,
100%.
the
See, like that's
title
another.
for BMF with 1 second left. I mean, it
Yeah,
doesn't get better.
crazy,
Yeah.
crazy. And I'm a fan of Justin. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? Like he's super cool cat. He's has some sick knockouts, and but Bless is my boy, so I gotta go with Bless all day.
Well,
And
he
I'm
shut
not.
me up. I wrote Max off for that one, man.
Oh no,
Yeah, so when it
Gaethje's
happened,
sick though, so it was a hard fight to kind of predict. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
But that's the exciting way. Like I'm not like that. Some guys are like that. Like Ty really isn't so much like that, but a lot of boxers that I know, like point fighting. I can't like I'm in the ring to finish you.
Yeah, that's what it looks
I'm
like.
in the ring to get
Watch.
it
Yeah.
done. I
Yeah.
want I want the crowd to be screaming. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
even if it's back and forth, like it needs to be like an exciting fight. That's what we're here to put on a show.
Hmm.
Realistically, you know what I mean? Like to me, when you point fight, it's just not my thing. I want to see, and even if you get an L going for that knockout, like at least you tried. At least you try to put on something exciting for the crowd. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
the crowd remembers that. The promoter remembers that. You get called back for fights. Like
Hundred
that's the
percent.
main thing.
Yeah,
That's the main
hundred
thing,
percent.
man.
Super excited for Pro Muay Thai to be in Ontario. Not gonna lie, super blessed to be on the first show. Um, it's pretty cool. It's a big step for Muay Thai in Ontario. I'm hoping
Yeah,
maybe the government will wake up a little bit because they can't stop us. They might as well just hop on board with it. You know what I mean?
100%.
So
Especially with the crowd that's been coming through, man. Even to the Rise shows, dude. There was over 2,000 people at that last one I was at in January there.
Yeah, Michael's doing his thing, man. He truly is. You know,
Yeah,
he's built something out of really nothing with this whole promotion stuff. And I gotta respect the hustle, you know. I always
dude.
respect people's hustles no matter what.
Even like the scale. So I went to Unified where Dana White was at for the looking for a fight. It was at Rebel there in Toronto.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they did just over 2,000 people, maybe 1,500, 1,800, something like in between 1,500 and 2,100, something like that. The Muay Thai World Cup show, the finals, it was about 3,000.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So you have where fucking Dana White is, and then you have Muay Thai World Cup, and they have
I'm
1,000 people more. It's fucking bananas.
It's crazy, honestly. And this has been a thing like for a while. Muay Thai hasn't really gotten the attention that it deserves. You know,
Mhm.
MMA and like UFC and Unified, like it's awesome to watch, but not many people want to see guys roll around. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
like that's the simple facts of things. People want to see
dude.
people banging and get knocked out.
I was standing next to one of the promoters there, and he's like, "You can hear a fucking pin drop. This fight sucks," is what he said during one of them when I was there.
Yeah, and like I just no disrespect against the art of
Yeah,
jiu-jitsu and
no,
wrestling at all. You know, that's its own
no,
entity. Not for me specifically. I like to stand and bang, but like I feel like guys that practice that are the guys that are paying attention when there's guys rolling around on the ground.
yeah,
Like anyone else in the crowd that has nothing to no idea what a fight is or what it takes to be skilled in jiu-jitsu are really even paying. They're just like, what is going on? Like, when are they going to get up? When are they going to get up? Like, this is so boring.
and
Like,
that's kind of the sad thing because like, so that Gaethje Max Holloway moment, I'll put that same amount of holy shit in the Ortega Volkanovski fight where Volk almost gets finished by Ortega and then comes back. He almost gets choked out.
yeah, yeah.
And there's a moment where the camera was perfect too, man. So Volk was caught in Ortega's legs. He had him in a triangle, and Volk was looking at him, head purple as a fucking zucchini, veins popping in his eyes. You could just see that there's like no quit there. And he gets out and starts smashing the shit out of him. Like those almost finished and then like tossed around,
Definitely,
scrappy
that's
moments.
exciting. Yeah,
Those
that's
are
exciting.
fucking mad sometimes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's exciting. When someone gets put into a quick choke, that's one thing,
Yeah.
but when you're just like fighting for position the whole time, totally different ball game. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
there definitely is some love and hate in in that aspect of it because there, like you said, that fight was crazy as well. Like I thought Wolf was done
Yeah,
in that
twice.
fight. So
Twice there. Yeah. The high level scrambling gets me going just as much as a stand and bang, honestly. But it has to be like good scrap. And it's always Volk. Volk's always like into it, like Islam, what he did to Volk with that foot sweep. That kind of shit's banana.
nasty. That
Disgust,
was super nasty. You
disgusting.
don't see, and that's the great like thing about this sport and like MMA and in general. Like, there's always evolution. There's always
Mm,
people doing new things. Like they're learning from masters like Crawley, and then they're putting their own twist into certain things, and it's just always evolving. So it's
mm,
super cool to watch it how it's unfolded over, the last couple decades. Like it's crazy. You watch a fight from like Rashad Evans or Rampage back in the day, which they have sick technique and they're really good. They're monsters. But then you look at some of the technique today, if you compare the two, it's pretty like significantly different. You know what I mean? Like there's a
it's
lot of
nuts.
difference. So
It's nuts.
um it's always progressing, always progressing. I don't really watch UFC too much. I'm more of like a highlight type of guy because for me to stay up till 1, 2 in the morning to catch that final fight, I'm up early every day almost
Hmm.
doing something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's I'm more of like a highlight reel kind of like watch in the morning, see who won, check all the stats, that kind of stuff.
I used to try and watch every card all the time, but when you come, like for myself, it's fucking bare knuckle to glory to fucking one to local to fucking UFC to boxing. It's impossible to catch every single one. So I've
Yeah, the
kind of
bare
reverted
knuckle's
back to that.
crazy, man.
Yeah,
Bare
bare
knuckle's
knuckle's
crazy,
nuts. Bare knuckle's fucking awesome.
and that's like Crew's specialty was the bare knuckles. So um that's intense. Maybe one day I might try one, but for now let's just focus up on this tournament and
Mhm.
get the job done and kind of move on to see what's next.
Yeah. Um, Okay, so Muay Thai World Cup, November 23rd, Oneida. That's on they have a community center there.
Yeah, so I saw him setting it up there. I've never been to that reserve, to be honest.
Mhm.
Um, I don't really go to London too
Yeah,
often,
yeah. I think
to
I'm
be
gonna be out
honest.
there, so I'll definitely see you there, and
Oh, awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
gonna be a crazy. It's an event like you don't really want to miss. I'm telling everyone, you don't want to miss this one. Like, there's not even just from my tournament. There's some crazy fights on this card, man.
Mm.
Like, there's some bad boys, up and coming bad boys that are fighting, and it's no one has really seen like Ty with no elbow pads in Ontario yet live. Like, it's crazy. It's
16
different.
fights, 16 fights on the card, I think.
I couldn't
16
tell you
fights.
exactly, to
It's
be honest,
ridiculous. It's gonna be nuts.
but it's gonna be a sweet card, man.
Yeah.
Like my boy, one of my boys is fighting on it. Um, he's just crazy, and he's fighting. Hold on one sec.
No, no worries, bro.
Who is he fighting? He's fighting Max. Is it Max?
Korobioski?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So that fight alone is that's gonna be a crazy fight. I'm really excited to watch that one.
Nice.
Um,
It's funny, it's a killer for me when I do some of the interviews. I'm gonna try and do them just right ringside because it's the worst when I have to walk out to do an interview and then I miss part of a fight. Sometimes I've missed a finish.
oh
It's the
man,
worst.
yeah,
It's the
it's
worst.
brutal. Like, so my boy Nico and Thomas are
That's
that's gonna be
bro.
that's gonna be crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna give it to Nico all day. I've seen him fight. He's trained at our gym. We've put in work together, and he's a beast, bro.
I met him in
But Thomas is sick too, so it's gonna
Thomas
be
is mad.
explosions. It's gonna be
I
fireworks.
met Nico in Italy at the Amazing Muay Thai Festival. He was fighting there. He was there. No gym. He didn't have a gym with him. He just went out there and put on a show. He got robbed too, actually. The fucking ref was
I
just
saw that. Yeah,
it was one of the worst robberies I've seen. And I was new to the sport at the time and knew it was a fucking robbery.
yeah.
Um, and then Thomas Mander is nasty. I watched his fight against Max. Max is great too, and he picked Max
Max is
apart.
good
That
too.
was
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah, it was
yeah, yeah.
good.
Max just fought on the last Rise show there.
Yes.
I believe. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Max
So
always
that
fight.
fight, I'm
He'll fight
excited for that
anyone.
fight, man. That fight's gonna be great. I'm excited to see who's fighting in the tournament too. I want to watch the other cats fights. Like, there's 8 of us that are like down for this cause. So like, it's gonna be explosions. Like, like I said, like you said, at 135, it's fast pace. It's fast. There's enough power for knockouts. Like, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be
Dude,
absolutely bonkers.
even Fiza is number one under 16 in the world, and
Yeah.
she's going to be fighting for the Muay Ying title there as well. So I saw they announced her opponent too. So
Yeah, Fee's a
yeah,
sick man. She's young. She's up and coming. She trains really hard. I've watched her fight multiple times. Never disappointed.
never.
And I think I've seen her lose once, and I'm pretty sure she just got 10 times better after that. Like,
Yeah,
that's what happens.
yeah.
Like, you
She
get
lost
lost.
to wasn't it the girl from Hills Academy from San Jose? Was that at the last Rise show there?
Yeah, on
Yeah.
that Rise show. Yeah,
It was a
I think it was a head kick.
close ass fight. Oh yeah, it was the head
It
kick
was
that
a
was
head
right.
kick. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
It was
you
two.
know what I love is, like, when I see people lose,
Yeah.
like, I've been knocked out,
Hmm.
like, when I see people lose and then keep going,
Hmm. Exactly.
that's what I love. You know what I mean? Some
Exactly.
guys, they'll go on a nice streak, they'll get their ass kicked once, get a little bit of injuries, and then you don't see them around the sport for like a couple of years or something.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of some guys that I fought, um, that fight, and then they just fall off. They're just gone. Like, I just don't understand. Like, you know what I mean? They put so much time into this. It's something that I could never give up. Even if I'm not fighting, I will always be training and teaching and passing the knowledge on to people. So, and if you lose to someone like that, that gets out the game, that's even worse because you'll never see them again in the circuit. They
That
get to
is
walk away
rough.
with
That is
it.
rough. Yeah, you always say you want to get that guy back,
You want to
get back in here.
no one likes to go backwards, but no one likes an L on their record that they can't redeem.
Yeah.
So,
Well, fuck, Mirko Krokop said it too, man, after he got knocked out. He said you just needed to fight. Like nowadays they'll put you you'll be suspended for a little bit if you get knocked out, just for a bit, depending on where you're fighting. But just to get back right out there. I think he got knocked out, and it was like a week later, 2 weeks later, he went out and took a fight and finished the guy, and just needed something, So
Yeah,
completely hang him up. Fuck that.
it's I'm I'm torn on that one, because there's a lot more knowledge about the fight game. You don't like seeing guys because that could have went two ways. He could have went back out and got smacked again, and then repeat concussions like that too close. That's
Yeah,
not good for the brain, man. You see that in a lot of the guys that were up and coming back in the day when there was no um regulations, no time off. Like you could fight, get knocked out, fight next week, get knocked out, fight the week after that, get knocked out. You know what I mean? And
true.
some of the guys I know, like they can barely form a sentence anymore. So I'm mixed on that. I do think that there should be a mandatory break. Like the 30 days is nice. Some guys get 60 days,
Yeah, yeah,
depending on how bad it is. Um, but just because you're out for that time doesn't mean you can't train. You can train. You can always train hard. So
very true.
and then you come back stronger. But you got to protect your brain, man. Your brain is I tell everyone this, my brain is my most valuable asset. I'd give up my abs, I'd give up my working out, I give up everything to keep my brain sharp. You know what I mean? So um, that's what I'm kind of playing with in the fight game. I got to be careful because I got to keep my brain the way I want it. For my kids, for my future grandchildren, I want to be able to speak to them, talk to them, remember what all the things that I've done with them, reminisce on memories and stuff. And I don't want to lose that. So you gotta be very careful in this
Just like
game.
your boy Max, man, same thing, doesn't spar like hard or doesn't spar really and takes it easy in that and is putting brain first. So, brain first, money last, and just enjoying the sport in the
100%.
meantime. That's the best part about it.
100%. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Don't get me wrong, I love my sparring, but once you get to like a high level, I think that the sparring can kind of lighten up a little bit. Like when you're
Yeah,
up and coming, you gotta spar. That's the
you
only way
have
you're gonna
to.
sharpen your
You
sword.
have to.
That's I couldn't imagine not sparring and then going to fight. Like and I don't I want to spar guys that can beat me up. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
lie.
Hmm.
Guys that can push me to my absolute limit every single time I'm in there. Like I'm taking like, oh, okay, give me a sec. Like, holy crap. Okay, let's keep going. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? Like that's what I need. Because if you're just slapping everyone up and sparring, then you're not getting better. You need
yeah.
to be around guys that are better than you at all times in any aspect in life, to be honest. When it
True.
comes to business, fighting,
Very true.
anything that you love, make sure you surround yourself with people that are better than you at it, and they're at the place that you want to go.
Okay,
That's the way I look at things. So
that's perfect.
um, yeah, I'd love to keep going though,
I was
but
just gonna say,
my son is up still. He's 5. I got to get him down to bed. We got a big day tomorrow. We're doing Chapel's Farms and stuff, like all that fall stuff.
nice,
So
bro.
thanks so much for having me on, eh? And if I see you there, I promise to put on a good show for everybody. It's
Looking
gonna be
forward
sick.
to it, man. Appreciate the
It's gonna be
time, and
sick.
yeah, you enjoy the night, and we'll see you there, bro. Appreciate it,
Yep.
man.
Cheers, man.
All right,
Ciao.
man. We'll talk soon. Thanks, Alex.
Ciao. Bye.